Welcome to Yaka Digital Network. In Ugandan culture, food anchors every celebration. Whether it is a traditional kwanjula, a wedding, or a religious feast, the meal demonstrates hospitality and respect for every guest in attendance. Moving from a family dinner to an event for over 100 guests changes the entire nature of the kitchen. You're managing an industrial-scale operation over open fires. Handling this volume successfully requires a shift in mindset. You have to move away from home-style cooking and adopt a rigid production management framework. This flowchart shows the start of that process. First, define the occasion to set the tone. Then, estimate your guest count to determine exactly how many ingredients you need. With those numbers, you can finalize a budget and begin shopping. Once you have your supplies, the focus shifts to the final stages, preparing the dishes and selecting a service style that keeps the food organized and appetizing. Skipping any part of this sequence leads to logistical chaos. At this scale, success depends on project management rather than simply finding bigger pots. The first major obstacle in large-scale cooking happens before you light the fire. Chopping vegetables while meat is already browning causes delays and scorched food. Professionals avoid this by using a concept called mise en place. This is a French term meaning everything in its place before any cooking starts. Looking at this prep table diagram, you can see the system in action. Every vegetable is peeled, every spice is measured, and every meat is chopped and sorted into bowls before the first match is struck. This complete preparation prevents panic and burning. When the ingredients finally hit the hot sagiri, the cook is free to focus entirely on temperature and timing. Meticulous organization away from the fire keeps these large volumes manageable. Finishing every step of the preparation first ensures the entire production runs without delay. Beyond organization, you face a high-stakes technical challenge, preventing mass foodborne illness. As the volume of food increases, the risk of bacterial growth scales up with it. This diagram shows a common cause of food poisoning. You cannot use the same knife for raw chicken and then use it to garnish a fresh salad. Bacteria from raw meat will contaminate uncooked items instantly. Temperature control is equally difficult. Most venues do not have the industrial equipment needed to keep hundreds of servings hot simultaneously. The solution is batch cooking. By preparing food in rotations, you can ensure every portion reaches a safe temperature. As this pot cross-section shows, you must verify the core of the food reaches at least 75 degrees Celsius to kill harmful bacteria. Maintaining strict tool separation and checking internal temperatures protects guests from large-scale food poisoning. These safety standards must be met on every single plate. Once the food is ready, the focus moves to the dining hall. The layout of these serving trays will determine how quickly guests eat. A poor design causes food to go cold while guests wait in tangled lines. This blueprint illustrates a layout that creates congestion. Notice how the red line overlaps. The guest is forced to walk backward to find plates or cutlery, causing them to bump into others. Study the table arrangement. How would you reorganize the items so that a guest never has to cross their own path or turn around? The solution is a unidirectional flow. Stack the plates at the very beginning of the table and place the cutlery at the absolute end. The guest moves in one smooth, green line towards the seating area. Enforcing this one-way traffic preserves the meal's quality and ensures everyone is served quickly. Efficient spatial design is just as important as the cooking itself. While buffets work for large weddings, other events require different styles. For corporate gatherings, a cocktail service using bite-sized biddings allows guests to eat easily while standing. For travel or picnics, you must use packed meals. These require leak-proof, food-safe containers to keep the meal secure and appetizing away from home. To summarize, first, plan your scale and budget before shopping. Second, use mise en place to finish preparation before lighting the fire. Third, batch cook to over 75 degrees and isolate raw tools. Finally, design efficient service flow, plates first, cutlery last. Mastering these logistical and safety systems ensures your special meals are spectacular and safe. It is the best way to honor the guests at any Ugandan celebration. Thank you for joining Yaka Digital Network. For more in-depth lessons, visit our website